I hope you enjoyed that interview. Displayed on your screen are our social media platforms for this show. I would like you to join us on any of them. On our Facebook page, we announce our new episodes, review books, report events, provide information on happenings in the book world, and post profiles of authors. We receive comments and respond to them as promptly as we can. And of course, we're always happy when people like our page. Our Twitter handle is equally active. We tweet on book-related issues primarily, but we occasionally comment on national and global issues. Through our handle, we also receive tweets from viewers. Did you know you can watch many of our past episodes on YouTube? To do that, simply visit youtube.com/channelsweb. Once you are there, search for Channels Book Club and you'll find our past episodes there. Finally, you can always send us emails through our email address, thechannelsbookclub@channelstv.com. Reginald Odofile has played roles in various movies, including Half of a Yellow Sun. He published a collection of poems titled The Intimations of Gold in 2006. He has recently published 2 new books, a novel titled Night of Content and a collection of poems titled A Soul Apart. We asked him to read from his new book of poems and share his thoughts on his poem and poetry.
Its challenge for the creative, enthralled by work, detached from worldly fuss, the state in which artistic genius flowers, yet artists so absorbed penurious live, a blight in nations money-mad like ours. The ragged genius Europeans esteem, their quirks adore, their works of art acclaim. In Africa, the drab who reek of want are seen as scum who should be sunk in shame. An adage holds, the ragged one speaks rags. Deprived of services, despised as dirt, could your mind's might prevail against those squalls, unburned though drenched in public acid squirt? The eternal struggle of the artist to survive, to be true to his visions, and yet survive in a world that makes contrary demands. In Western art, in Western history, it's a cliche that it takes poverty to make an artist. And there may be exceptions, but the only exceptions, absorption in the artistic vision truly at a profound level alienates you from the mainstream, from the preoccupations of the majority of people around you, the values and preoccupations which lead to prosperity, which are attuned towards survival in a materialistic world. And so throughout Western history, you hear of some painter, some composer who starved to death, and centuries after death, the works would fetch millions at Sotheby's sales and so on. It's ironic, isn't it, when the poor fellow had suffered and created and died, and that's life. Individual versus community, about a widespread notion that an individual can't win a battle or can't be right, putting it simply, and an entire community or society wrong. And I reflect that human advance, many views we consider sensible or civilized or humane, were developed by individuals who challenged their society's beliefs on all levels, in all continents, or on all continents, and that is fact. And yet this notion persists. An individual can't be right against an entire community. Not true. Sometimes the voice of the majority is the voice of ignorance. It's the voice of backwardness. It's the voice of stupidity sometimes. and downright cruelty. That's what I found. Among my race, it sounded like a gong. One cannot be right and society wrong. Some tribes killed twins, deemed theirs abnormal birth. Circumcised girls, what misery to provoke. Tortured widows, left widowers untouched. Columbus proved the Spaniards' view a joke. The truth they knew was that the world was flat. Our continent from slavery's thrall awoke when Frederick Douglass rose against the scourge. With birth control did marry stops provoke the wrath of Rams, which later practiced it. By seeking fellow women to unyoke, did Mary Wollstonecraft enrage the world. The list of those who public's rules revoke, then lives uplift, is one without an end. Minorities endear society's yoke. It seems that much that's wise or right evolved when one rebutted words society spoke. How wrong the view that sounded like a gong. One cannot be right and society wrong. Nonsense.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Please join us again next week for another episode. My name is Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.